What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I want to give a very special shout out and congratulations to Amir King Khan, who just had his first child, daughter Lamysa. His wife gave birth to his daughter at 4 a.m. this morning. Make sure you go to his social networks, leave a positive comment, send your positive vibes his way. To my knowledge, he's just going to be spending time with family, so you'll probably be able to get some flicks and different photos of his newborn. So, congratulations to him and his wife again on their bundle of joy. Now, I want to spend some time talking about Amir Khan, fatherhood, and I think him being a welterweight is a good thing because Amir Khan comes to bring it. He has heart, and it makes things exciting. As far as him as a fighter, he's tall, he's rangy, he has long arms, and under the tutelage of Virgil Hunter, they're working to improve his technique a bit so he makes smarter decisions. And at first, I was kind of skeptical because I still feel this way. I still feel him as an offensive, overwhelming machine is more impactful and harder to deal with. However, in his last fight against Collazo, he looked really good. He looked really sharp. So if they can fine tune some things, then Amir Khan is going to be really dangerous. If they can minimize his risk and fight kind of like he fought Collazo, a measured approach, but still offensive minded, then he's going to be a problem for really anyone at welterweight just because he has that range. He's fast, some of the fastest hands in boxing. As far as being a father, this also might make him even more deadly just because, in my experience, there's really three things that can change a man, like turn a boy to a man. That's jail or prison time, having a child, fatherhood, or the military. Growing up a military brat, I've seen a lot of friends who joined the military and they were into dumb shit and getting in trouble and run-ins, and then they went to the military and they were almost like a different person. Military teaches you discipline and gives you structure and kind of a foundation. Same thing with fatherhood. You're responsible not only for yourself, for another life, and it's a lifetime responsibility. Even though people are like, oh, my kids turned 18, I'm gonna kick them the fuck out. It's still a lifetime responsibility. You always want the best for a child and never want to see him in a dangerous situation or anything. And then jail, that's kind of self-explanatory. Motherfuckers getting hung off the tiers and screaming and getting raped and stuff like that. So obviously that can harden a man. But for fatherhood, it, especially when you have a daughter, that's special for a man. You know what I mean? Like, or a boy. I mean, just a kid in general. You have another person to look after. So it's not just making the decisions you want to make. It's what's the best for your family. And we've seen that in the Chavez Jr. fight. He had his first kid right around the time he was avenging his Brian Vera win slash loss. A lot of people thought he lost that fight. And he looked good. He got his weight under control and he looked much sharper and better. And he said that on the road to Chavez Vera 2. He says, I have a daughter now, and basically it makes people get their act together. So I'm anxious for the future. There's a lot of great matches at welterweight for Khan. And again, he's dangerous for anybody if he continues to keep improving with this new style. And he already had certain intangibles like the hand speed. You can make a Kell Brook fight. They obviously have bad blood. That'd be a huge money fight for the UK. He's supposed to fight, Kell Brook is supposed to fight Sean Porter, but mandatories don't always work and those fights aren't always made. So who knows? Maybe that won't happen. In that case, you can see Khan versus Sean Porter. You also have Keith Thurman. Now, Keith Thurman, to me, is an avoided fighter in the welterweight division. Either people just don't mention him at all, act like he doesn't exist, or have passed on fights. So if Amir Khan, being the newbie to 47, were to take the fight like this year in the fourth quarter, October, November, December-ish, then that just shows you the gall and the balls that this dude has and that he's really willing to fight anybody, because that's kind of an embarrassment to some of the other fighters that are overlooking or passing Keith Thurman up, and then you got a new guy to the division ready to take on all comers. And the reason I say fourth quarter is because due to religious beliefs and Ramadan, Amir Khan most likely can't fight in September because he won't have enough time to prepare. He has to fast for Ramadan, so he won't have a fluid training camp. So I really don't see him back until probably later in the year after that. So I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it. The Collazo fight, he looks spectacular. Some people try to discredit, but you guys, I see what people do when it comes to this boxing shit. For Luis Collazo, Khan looked good. Some people complain about the clinching, but at the end of the day, it's a fight. If the ref isn't giving you the calls, you have to find a way to to win, like Mayweather did against Maidana. Maidana had a brutal fight. Tony Weeks didn't really do anything about it, but he didn't just repeatedly complain. He just got his head in, scored his shots, and won the fight. So I think Luis Collazo was perfectly capable of doing that too. He just didn't, or he couldn't. Another thing I noticed, people try to discredit certain wins. Like, you'll discredit the Luis Collazo win saying, oh, Luis Collazo, who is he? He hasn't fought nobody. He lost to Berto and he lost to Ricky Hatton, knowing damn well he should have won at least one of those fights. Yet there's a fighter that you do like let's say a Lucas Matisse, and on paper he lost to Zab Judah and he also lost to Devin Alexander. So in my opinion, I think he definitely should have beat Devin Alexander. The Zab fight was iffy. I think Lucas had a slow start. But anyway, so since you like Lucas Matisse, even though on paper it says he lost to Zab Judah and Devin Alexander, you'll say, no, he won those fights. He really won those fights, even though that's not what his record shows. But then when it comes to Luis Collazo, because you hate Khan and you're trying to discredit Khan's win, you'll say, oh, Luis Collazo, he lost to Berto and he lost to Ricky Hatton. Nope, rules are rules. It doesn't work like that, because we know Luis Collazo should have beat at least Berto or Hatton, at least one of them. So I see the double standards and the hypocrisy in some of your guys' arguments. When it's a fighter you like, you want to give him all the credit in the world, and if there's any kind of loopholes, then it's okay. But then if it's a fighter you don't like, or you're trying to discredit somebody, then it's not okay. Double standard. So as far as Amir Khan, I wish him and his family the best. Look forward to his return, and I want to see what's next for Amir Khan and his steadily improving style, I guess you could say, with Virgil Hunter. Can he stay away from trouble? What is he going to react like when he does get hit with something big from a Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Kell Brook, somebody with some power? I really want to see. That's going to be, to me, the ultimate test to see how far along he's come with his training with Virgil Hunter. Let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video's Ego, signing off.